Good evening, good morning, and good night. Welcome to Inappropriate Radio. It's your host, Tashana. Let's get into this. So, hi guys. No, not the periodic table. I'm actually confused as to why the message from earlier didn't upload. I had to do a store run. So by the time I checked, it was after 8:30, whatever, because you know that's our posting time, 8:30ish, no later than. But this is a late upload. Now we've talked about being able to identify our gifts, right? We've even had the discussion on being able to determine how and when to use them, right? But it's really important for us to understand that we can exchange gifts, and we've had this conversation, but I think we should delve a little bit deeper into it, right? And I'm so sorry for any of the background noise or anything like that. Legally, in the spirit world, right? Because we know there are spiritual laws. Legally, when someone is a part of your spiritual community, whether they are related to you by blood, whether they have been assigned to you for both of you all's purpose, or whether they're just a soulmate or a companion for your journey. These are different energies, and they all serve different purposes for your spiritual elevation. But if agreed upon in the spirit, if allowed by the Creator, you all can exchange spiritual gifts. Now, we've touched on this topic before, and I'm sorry I had to pause for a second, but the overall gist is that everyone is able to compensate where other people are lacking. So, and these are qualities of the spirit, right? Not just like your spiritual gifts. These are also qualities of the spirit. And these are inherent qualities. The Creator will endow you with certain, gifts and fruits of the spirit depending on where you're going. Like a person that has been created to bring karma to people, they don't necessarily need, the gift of kindness, right? They don't necessarily need to bring kindness and smiles to people that they're supposed to be karma for. I'm sorry, my phone is popping today in my environment, okay? I'm in a crazy ass environment. And just to bring that up, that is what the exchange is for, right? In the midst of your transition, you may go into environments that they don't appear to be very accommodating, but what they are is testing your level of preparedness for the next phase and stage, right? So if you go through this thing where you're constantly finding yourself trying to find balance, where you always need to know if something or someone or a particular situation is right for you. And even though, a lot of people get delayed in the spirit, or they have like the spirit of procrastination onto them, it's still a part of the will of the Creator, right? You don't have to challenge what you think and what you feel, if the Creator has already communicated to you what it is He wants you to do. After a while, it'll be easy to start identifying what's your emotions, what is an attack from a devil, what is from the Creator, what are your spiritual gifts, what gifts came from other people, and what are your own gifts. It'll be easier as time, prevails. You'll definitely be able to make the distinction between all of them. But with the exchange of these gifts, it is not for you to take and steal and benefit in the long haul and start some new life with some people that you're not even supposed to be in the company of. No, this exchange of these gifts is temporarily. It's a temporarily fix. It is for situations that you're in temporarily, and you borrow energy from your soul family to assist you with your current situation. You do not have to waste your gifts or utilize your gifts. And when I say waste, I use that word freely, but interchangeably with having your gifts exploited, simply because when your gifts are exploited, it is a result of your gifts being extracted, right? Everyone has spiritual gifts, and the more you build with the Creator, the more you'll be able to use and understand your spiritual gifts. Like, a person who is a seer or a psychic wouldn't know that they're a seer or a psychic until they have these situations come up and they have no choice but to use their gifts, right? Or if you have the gift of tongue, right? If you have the ability to speak things in and out of existence, if you're an alchemist, if you have the ability to transmute energy and shift energies in real time, right? In this dimension, not in other dimensions, in this dimension. And that's a big difference from being able to shift realities in the here and now, as opposed to in the future or in the 5D, or just simply praying against things, right? And praying against things will fall in line with this dimension, depending on what it is you're addressing, right? But the overall gist here is to use the energy from your soul family to accommodate your lack and loss for where you are currently. It's not for you to steal energy from other people that are not in your space, right? And that have absolutely nothing to do with you, your purpose, your goals, where the Creator is taking you, and so on and so forth. And just to further elaborate or expound on that, I think it's important for people to practice using gifts. So let's not even say spiritual gifts. Let's just say some fruits of the Spirit. Those are gifts from the Creator, but those are not inheritances, right? These are things that, you know, the Creator has blessed you with through trial. So let's just say, like, you're impatient, you're hasty, probably a little quick-witted, quick to respond, and a little flighty, right? And let's just say you get in a situation or an environment where patience is necessary, and your counterpart, whether it be your spouse, one of your soulmates, a dear friend that could also be a soulmate, your children, right? They possess the qualities of patience, right? And you say, well, what would such and such do, right? Like the term, what would Jesus do? Or what would Beyonce do? What would Tyler Perry do? Like, you put yourself in the mindset of this person. Better yet, how would you conduct yourself if you were in this person's presence? If that person was there at that moment, would your response or your overall conduct be different? And this is where you start to learn what it is that the Creator is doing, and how to utilize the energy of those that are a part of your energetic field. This exchange of energy is not for you to gain monetarily, okay? It's not for you to go make money. It's not for you to buy jewelry and go on trips and clothes and cars and things like that. It's for your spiritual development. And a lot of people confuse that with development in this reality that we're in, as far as the world is concerned, as far as materials. And we have to learn, how to separate the spirit world from the natural world. They work in tandem, but they're two different things. It's two different timelines. And yes, as above, so below. Yes, everything is indeed connected, but you have to understand that there is a great distinction. Again, we don't need the clay in any other realm or dimension. You only need your vessel for this timeline, right? When you're asleep, you don't necessarily need your body. When you're praying, you don't necessarily need your body. When you die, you don't need your flesh, right? Your spirit is literally going to travel through all these different timelines and dimensions. So knowing that, it's important for you to give your spirit the fruit and the quality care that it needs to be sustained in other timelines. You don't want to be so flustered with raw negative emotions that have nothing to do with you. And even when you do take on the energy of those in your soul family, you need to make sure everybody involved is vibrating on a particular frequency, or else they're going to be considered the weakest link. And once one link is broken off, it can make the entire chain brittle, right? Because it's one piece of the chain missing. Okay, so the strength is starting to decrease. So you have to make sure that this energy that you are utilizing, to prepare for your next phase is the proper energy. Is it suitable for your vessel? Is it suitable for your spirit? Is it suitable for your purpose, for your journey? You can't just go around saying, oh, I like how this person's energy makes me feel, so I'm going to take it and use it and carry it as if it's my own energy. No, that is stealing, and that goes against spiritual laws. And depending on whose energy you stole, you're going to get really bad karma. No matter how high ranking you are, you can't just go around taking people's energy, right? You have to be in agreement with them, meaning the two of you both have to have this covenant, right? And God has to be at the center of it. God is not going to be at the center of you stealing someone's gifts and exploiting them to buy a car or to go on a trip, right? Everything is supposed to be for service. When you're working for God, God allows his people to work for other people. That's just how it is. We don't do things for ourselves when God is your boss, right? When God signs your paycheck, it is not you being assigned to your own self. You're being assigned to other people. We're all assigned to each other, and those contracts come with time frames, whether it be 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, and so on and so forth. 3 months, 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, 12 years. Everyone has a different timeline, and sometimes these timelines can interact with each other. And to be totally honest, a lot of people, this is where they get messed up, because some people don't even mind sharing their energy. Like, they're intentional about allowing you to use their energy. But is the intention behind you taking this energy pure? What is the purpose of you even needing this energy in the first place, right? Because the creator gave you your own energy. So you have to look at that first. If you are so weak that you can't use your own energy, you need to find out why. That's number one. Why did the creator take the energy away from you? Or why don't you have it in the first place? That's like the first thing. And then you want to know, like, is this person whose energy I'm using, number one, are they okay with it? Number two, am I going to receive bad karma for using this? It's usually yes. And number three, am I even prepared? Is my vessel and my mind and my spirit adequate and compatible with the energy that I am utilizing from someone else? Yes, they are your soul family, but you all have to be vibrating on the same frequency in order for it to be in healthy exchange, okay? But I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here. We do have a conversation coming from someone who actually is going to be a group conversation. This environment that I'm in is really interesting, and we need to get some of these spiritual stories down, okay? But I do love y'all. Hope y'all are drinking y'all water, eating y'all fruit and vegetables, and sipping on your own tea because it's free. Love ya. Peace.